10 years in prison. So I never said I was smart. So I did tell you when I started that I believe in miracles.
Amen.
See? Because I'm not here because I'm smart. I'm here because they're smart. I'm here because, should I tell them yet? No, I ain't gonna tell them yet. There you go. You're gonna figure it out. So what do we have so far? Born in squalor, was in prison before he went to prison, spent most of his life in prison. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. So I was in active addiction for my whole life. Shot dope, drank dope, picked up stuff off the ground and smoked it till it wasn't even real.
Crazy.
I robbed people. That was my thing. I was about 30 years old when I retired from being a robber. Well, at least I didn't rob anybody in the daytime. I quit because I didn't want to continue to do that time, and they came out with the omnibus crime bill that said you get 7 years for the gun and 7. My name is Bill. I'm a person in long-term recovery. I wandered aimlessly across this planet my entire life, 50 years. I didn't wake up. I was high and I never woke up. My mother never showed up. I became something that you couldn't love. I was around 50 years old and a little younger than that. I remember one night I was in a store, standing in a line, and there was a lady standing behind me. She had a little boy. The little boy kept saying, "Mama, mama, 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 mama." So if you're having kids, you're going to hear that. So anyway, that's not what you're here for. That's another class. Anyway, the little boy kept saying, "Mama, mama, mama, mama." And I turned around and I'm like, "Mama." You know, when I turned around, the lady said, "Whack," and look, he said, "Mama, look at that man. He's a monster." And I believed that I was. I hope you never experienced that feeling. I hope you never experienced the feeling of looking at yourself in the mirror and wishing that you were dead. I hope you never get to the point where death is more attractive than life. I hope you never get to that point where you just don't care. I hope you don't get to the point where you stop washing because you don't care. As a matter of fact, the more repulsive you can become, the less responsibility you have to humanity or the flow of humanity as it passes you by. You don't have to worry about re-engaging the train of life because it's passed you by. And you're just feverishly hoping that maybe today I'll die. I hope that that won't be your lot. I am optimistic about you because you are our future. If you believe that, if you're prepared to take the custodial responsibility for our future, please clap your hands. So, now that you've got that out, pass out the tissues and all that stuff. Please collect the tissues. Okay, so 50 years old, I'm sitting over there. I'm commandeered somebody's house and I'm sitting up there and I've got just a little bit of dope left and I got just a little bit of liquor left and I got just $20 left and I've got somebody else's car keys because I haven't had a driver's license since I ran into a police car 20 years ago and then jumped out and ran as I watched the policeman scratching on the door of the car as the car was in flames. That was the end of my driver's license. That was the end of me carrying identification. So anyway, I was sitting there and I got ready to smoke the dope, and I realized if I smoke this, I'm gonna have to go get another one. I want you to understand that addiction is simply that. I've got to get another one. No. It's not negotiable. I can't put it off till tomorrow. So that means if I see something in your car that's worth something, I got to have it. I know there are cameras up there. I know that you can see me. I know that you're watching. It doesn't matter. I got to have it. It doesn't matter. When I put that thing to your hand, I got to have it. And your life means nothing. Nothing. Your future means nothing. Your kids mean nothing. Because I am totally engrossed in something that was designed to hold me in captivity. So, I say that to say this. I went in for the 9 millionth time. I also didn't tell you that I've been to every mental institution on the East Coast, or at least 90% of them. All of them here. I've been in and out of every jail, all of them here. I know all the police, all of them here. Every emergency room technician, I know them all here. I went and did a presentation sometime back in Las Vegas, and they did the Williams story. When you go on YouTube, you'll see Williams' story. And the cost of keeping me in different boxes for those 50 years cost about $3 million. $3 million to keep me locked up, to keep me medicated or keep me chained up. Because that's what they did. When they saw me, they said, either we can kill him or we better get him chained up. And the minute they got loose, that I got loose, I didn't say, Eureka, I'm saved. I didn't walk into the local church and say, oh, Jesus. I didn't do any of that. I said, I got to make sure they don't catch me this time. I just wanted to become a better criminal. So I found something at 50. I found something called recovery. And it's bigger than a pill. If you believe that, clap your hands. Hold up, I said if you believe in recovery, clap your hands. Because if you don't believe yet, you'll believe before we leave. I promise you that. So, who am I? Am I just some madman that they let in here on the mic? Probably. But anyway. Who am I? Let's see. He said, just hit it.
Jail in Savannah, Georgia is well known to Bill Carruthers.
You've been down this road a lot.
I've been down this road.
18 times, actually, in 13 years. The grinding end to a life on the streets that Carruthers says began at age 11. A seemingly endless spiral of hopeless drug addiction and mental illness.
It was leading me toward the path of death. But unfortunately, death is not our discretion, not my discretion. It's God's discretion.
He's working for an experimental program to keep the mentally ill from being institutionalized at taxpayers' expense. Navigators, they call themselves, navigating the mentally ill out of jails and state hospitals and into treatment and jobs. Intense supervision claiming a cost of just $25 a day.
How much does it cost for someone to go into a county jail?
It's about $50 a day.
What about a state prison?
State prison is about $60 a day for a psychiatric inmate.
State mental hospital?
$430 a day.
So you could save that much money per day by keeping someone out of the system.
Absolutely.
Right here. This was my spot.
Carruthers says he could make hundreds of dollars on a good day panhandling in this park.
How much cocaine did you do? As much as I could. How much a day? As much as I could. Take your medication.
As a navigator, Carruthers now helps others in recovery working through their own problems.
If you weren't in this program, how many of you would be institutionalized right now? Everybody? Jail?
More than
How would
And it's a daily struggle.
I thought my neighbor was spying on me, and there was a camera in the ceiling fan, and
So paranoid.
yeah, and I was hearing voices too.
This man is number 39 in the program, schizophrenic and an alcoholic. He went from jails to a homeless shelter before a navigator got him into recovery and into a job.
He was always there at the doctor's appointments, and he would always come before work.
But 24 hours after our interview, 39 was back in jail, testing positive for alcohol, a violation of his probation.
The first thing on my mind is to make sure they're getting their treatment.
Carruthers makes many trips to jail like this, ready to try again. In spite of setbacks, organizers of the Navigator program say repeat trips to jail and state hospitals are down for the 100 people now in the program, with a taxpayer savings of $10,000 per person. David Mattingly, CNN, Savannah.
Okay, so, why did I show you that? Well, I wanted to show you that there wasn't an escaped lunatic that they let in here to just start yelling at all over the microphone. Another.
That one for you.
Oh, yeah, hold up.
Anyway, I had a flashback.
Anyway,
As soon as they take the 7 piece.
okay, now what was I saying? Okay, so, this is the news flash. This is why they brought me here to talk to you. You heard the history. So 8 years ago, I'm sitting there. I've been in addiction my whole life. I don't even have a GED because I never went to school. I don't have a work history, and I got a criminal history spanning 4 decades. Okay? So if you think you're disadvantaged at any point during your day, let go of that. Okay? Okay, so the only people that would give me a chance at working was the people from a church. They gave me a job working 2 hours a week